Back in the day, back in the 1970s, in college, I printed my own silk screened t-shirts. It was messy and you had to use chemicals. It was unhealthy and you had to cure the screen print, and we did that in the oven and burnt a few shirts in the fraternity house in making these, but I wore a lot of shirts that I made back in the day. Now, since then, I've purchased all my own t shirts and I try to find messages I believe in. But when I started thinking about how could we make t-shirts in the Mac lab, and I did some investigation, and we can't use screen printing and chemicals and paint and ink, well, ink, not paint, because we just don't have the facilities. And I heard about vinyl. Now, I've done vinyl graphics before on buildings and signs and windows, and it's wonderful and clean and crisp and perfect. But on a t-shirt, vinyl, well, each one of these are made from vinyl. Each one of them are shapes, not type. You create outlines. And so even though all these look like letters and words, they're all just shapes. And I just want to impress upon that to you so you understand you could draw pictures. But see, there's only one color here. It's white vinyl on a colored shirt. Vinyl comes in all kinds of different colors, and I could buy all kinds of different colored vinyls, but I have no idea if students are interested in doing this. I think they are, but I don't know. So I have printed 20 some odd shirts. I have 20 some odd blank t-shirts in the classroom that I am going to create new designs and print even more shirts because I believe that the Mac Lab should produce t-shirts that the rest of the student body wants to wear. And I'm not talking about my designs. I'm talking about yours. What could you design that we could print and then sell through the finance office? You wouldn't make any money. I wouldn't make any money. The money would go to the Mac Lab Media, our club. And we would then spend the money to buy cool new stuff for the Mac Lab. Now, let me explain that these pictures were all taken immediately after they came out of the heat press. So you see this line right here? That line right there? That line right there? That line doesn't show up. That's just there because these shirts were just pressed. And I took a photograph while they were still flat so, I could share this with others and then throw them in the washing machine and the dryer, fold them up, and now I wear them to school every day. And I want you guys to understand this is not an assignment. This is an invitation. Is there something school appropriate you'd like to design that you can print in one color? All my artwork is black on white. It's just simple. I don't use color. Just I'm doing, in the case of all these designs, typography. And I'm trying to get the letter forms kerned just right, the space between the letters, maybe tracking, working that out, opening up the spaces between letters, maybe putting things in little blocks or enclosing them in a larger rectangle. All of these mean something to me. All of these are my favorite shirts now. I love it. I used to wear scratchy t-shirts that were uncomfortable. I didn't like them. All of these are Life is Good. They're blanks. They're soft. They're thick. They're comfortable. Now, you can bring in any shirt you want, and we can print your design. But I'm going to insist because we're using funds that purchased the vinyl cutter, over $2,000, the heat press, I don't know, $300 or $400, and the rolls of vinyl. I'm not sure what they cost, $30, $50 a roll. And all supply, all that. I ask that your designs be well crafted, that you take the time to perfect your designs. And we'll talk about all the steps you go through in order to prepare this correctly. And then you don't have to buy, you design a shirt, you bring in a shirt, we'll print it. You get the shirt, no charge. You know, if you want to offer that in the store, well, we'll make up a page, a web page that shows off all of your designs, and you meaning all the students, and offer them for sale to the student body. We'll do a little promotion, and who knows how successful this might be, and who knows where it might lead. And I can tell you right now that 2 students have walked out of the Mac Lab and started their own screen printing company. This is one of many options I want to offer you. This classroom is all about you. What can we create that's cool? As far as I'm concerned, this is cool. I love these things. And yeah, I'm going to make a whole bunch more. And yeah, some of them are going to be graphics rather than letter forms. We'll talk more about what you can and can't do. You can see how thin these letters are, how small those letters are. This was really difficult to preserve as I made it. Okay, so we'll talk about the process and all that. But if you're interested in designing your own shirts, come join the party.